Welcome back to Broken Electronics. My name is Lee, and it's wonderful you could spend some time here today. We're going to be continuing with the work on the PowerMac G4 Quicksilver. Despite the most recent video, which was a crash and burn at trying to get Firewire 800, just to keep you up to date, I have ordered another Firewire 800 card. We'll see if that one works. I hope I don't have to give up on it. If not, we may need to look into eSATA, which would be faster than Firewire 800, but Firewire 800 tends to be more convenient in terms of cords you can plug in, etc. Plus, I've just got a lot of Firewire drives. Okay, so what are we going to do today? Another PCI card. Now, this, if you look carefully, and if you've been paying attention on the channel, if you followed the World's Most Powerful Sawtooth series, you may remember my putting in a PCI Sata controller. This is a twin to it. I bought two of them at that time, thinking I might very well do this. I would be able to connect 4 SATA drives on this one card. Now, I am not going to be doing that. I am, however, going to put this in. That's a 60 gigabyte hard drive. I actually put it into the World's Most Powerful Sawtooth as well. More than anything, just as a proof of concept that you can't have multiple drives connected. I'm also, at least for the moment, going to remove the Leopard boot drive from its Firewire enclosure and connect it via eSATA. That's currently in the machine. That isn't the Quicksilver there, that's the MDD, which is currently serving as my side table. I've left the Quicksilver connected. The next thing we're going to do after this introduction will be to boot it up, get an idea of what it's doing right now and what kind of improvements all of this may make. We will need to connect SATA data cables. In fact, I can do this right now. There's one. And there's two. A little easier to do that before you put the card in. Then the card will go in. We can connect the drives. Now, the other thing that we're going to need, I have two of these. I'm not seeing. Ah, yes, here they are. Both. These are Molex to SATA power adapters. So, there are plenty of Molex connections available there. We will be able to power both drives. This should result in greatly increased speed. So what I'm going to do now is go to the machine. We'll boot it up, see what the boot time is at this point. It seems to have sped up a little bit from just turning down, turning on, turning down, turning on, I guess. And run some benchmarks, most particularly the Xbench disk speed test will be the one we'll look at primarily. Then perform the upgrade, and we'll see what happens. It should, particularly based on my experience with both the eSATA card that's in the digital audio, wherever the digital audio is right now, it's probably in the guest room, and on Sawtooth, it should make a substantial difference. So if you want to see that, please stay tuned. All right, so we're going to do a test on the boot time from the chime. We shall see what we get. All right. I often wonder why I do this, partly because everybody else seems to do it, And the time it takes to boot up is not nearly as significant as the time it takes when it's actually running. Okay. And our complete desktop is there. 44.26 seconds, which, as I say, is quite a bit better than the machine was doing before. All right. So we're going to run our benchmarks. First one I'll run will be the old standard Geekbench, which will run in tryout mode, of course. And we'll start the benchmarks. Now, it doesn't take that long to run, but I will spare you that. We shall bring you back when Geekbench has finished doing its magic. Stay tuned. And here we are. Geekbench gives us a total score of 922. Shows us all of our system information, the individual scores, integer, floating point, memory. Yeah, memory brings it down, as does the stream section. Memory, there's not much we can do about. Why Apple took out that fourth RAM slot, I don't know, but we're stuck at 1.5 gigabytes of RAM. May be able to do something about the stream later on. Okay. Can't save the Geekbench. I'm not going to bother to do a screenshot right now. Next one we'll run will be OpenMark. All right. And run benchmark. Okay, this one's pretty cool just to look at, actually, as it runs. But I will spare you the time, and I'll just enjoy it on my own. So please stay tuned. All right, and our OpenMark score is in 1254. All right. Now, we would anticipate that that would not change, at least not substantially, being all graphics. I am, incidentally, looking into the idea of picking up an NVIDIA GeForce that would have 128 megabytes of... No, actually, no. The NVIDIA didn't work out. It was an ATI Radeon that would have 9600 that would have 128 gigabytes. If I can, in fact, get that, I certainly will, and will improve that score. Now, the one that's going to probably tell us most here is Xbench. Well, it opens this disk image. Who knows? But we shall now. Now, I'm going to run all of the tests. The one that's going to tell us the most here about this particular upgrade is naturally the disk test, but I will be interested in seeing what changes may happen. All right, so we'll give that a start. It doesn't take too long to run, but again, I will save you that little bit of time, so please stay tuned. All right, our Xbench results are in. We have the overall score of 46.39. And we can skip past a lot of this. Down here, the disk test. 64.88 overall on the disk. Subsections 42.66 on sequential, write and read. And 135.42 on random, write and read. So, we should be able to improve on that substantially. Those scores aren't bad, but we're going to see a huge speed jump, we certainly hope, going from Firewire 400 to Sata. All right, so the next step then, I will have to shut this machine down, open it up, and then perform the upgrade. So, please stay tuned. All right, we're opened up here. Now, I think first thing we're going to do is take out the Firewire drive. Now, I will very likely probably put in another Firewire drive at some point here. Come on, you. There you go. All right. Turn this down. Take our drive out. All right. Now, in terms of putting it in, I think we're going to look at this top slot here. Right. Take the slot cover out. I'm going to leave that Firewire card in there for the moment. We'll eventually take it out, of course. And there we go. Screw that into place. How simple is that? All right. I'm going to go get that other drive. Here we go. Poorly planned of me. All right. First thing we can do here is plug that in. We have plenty of Molex available. We want that. Yeah, this will be fine. There we go. And all right, there's the first drive, which is not the important one. This is the important one, the boot drive. Okay. Connected. The heatsink for the CPU is kind of musical, as I was tapping on it there. And connect that. So put that there. And that should do it. Now, I'll probably eventually connect another drive in as a data drive using the Firewire enclosure. But I think we're good to go. All right, so we need to reconfigure a little bit and then see what happens. Stay tuned. Okay, let's see what happens. There's our chime. The light in the display is on. Okay, we're not getting any video. We should have had video by now, I'm sure. I mean, I'll let it go for a little bit here. Huh. That's not good. Okay, I'm going to fiddle with this a little bit. I'll let it go a little bit more. Maybe it'll magically come on. I'll just try starting it again a couple of times, but I'm guessing we've got a PCI conflict going on there of some kind. So I'm going to try, first of all, if I can't get it going, taking out the two other PCI cards, leaving just the SATA card and the graphics card, and see if that clears it. If it doesn't, I can try moving the SATA card to different slots, see if that does it. I could try using a different graphics card. I don't know. There's a bunch of things to try in any event, and I'll do this off camera because I mean obviously no picture is going to come up. So please stay tuned. Okay, it's booting into OS 9. Moving the card, taking the other cards out did no good. Moving the card around did no good. I even tried unplugging the drives and just leaving the card in there. If that card is in there, there's no video. I've got one more thing I am going to try. That will be taking the known working card out of the Sawtooth, putting it in here, and seeing if that known working card does work. If it does, all's well and good. If we'll know that it's a bad card. If it doesn't, then we're kind of messed up. Okay, well, stay tuned. Okay, so here's where we are. The machine chimed, booted up. I have taken the malfunctioning, or seemingly malfunctioning card out of the Quicksilver. I put it into the Sawtooth and it worked fine. I put the card from Sawtooth in. Same issue, no video. I took the video card from the Sawtooth and put it here into the Quicksilver. No video. So the problem obviously has to do with the PCI lanes in the Quicksilver. I think at this point I got to give up on it. If anybody out there has any ideas as to what might be causing this, as to what I might be able to do, I would appreciate the input. However, let's wrap up this video now. Be good to other people. Other people both deserve it and need it. Be good to yourselves. Same thing. You deserve it and need it. We'll make this world a better place, but since it isn't, take very, very good and careful care in these difficult times. And if I figure anything out about this machine, we'll have more on it. But I'm sure we'll have more other stuff too. So until that time, this has been Broken Electronics.